Welcome to my new show on G News called How Very Dare They? How Very Dare They? How Very Dare They? With Monty the Talking Cat. That is me. Christopher Luxon has finally managed it, handing ACT the keys to democracy like a nervous intern passing over the stationery cupboard. And what have ACT done with those keys? Unlocked their fourth attempt, yes, fourth, to force the Regulatory Standards Bill into law. Not because New Zealanders wanted it, 98% didn't, but because Luxon's negotiation skills make a wet paper bag look resilient. As Oscar Wilde might say, to try something foolish once is misfortune, 4 times is fanaticism. This act elevates private property rights above everything else: public health, workers' protections, climate action, kids, rivers, human rights, common sense. It's a constitutional straitjacket knitted in ACT Party yellow. And thanks to Luxon, it now fits snugly around every law we try to pass from here on. He calls it a good law. Aristotle would call it absurd. The rest of us call it gaslighting. Select Committee said no. National said whatever. Everyone who knows anything about constitutional law, Law Society, academics, regulators, public servants tore this bill to ribbons at Select Committee. Luxon responded with the intellectual curiosity of a damp plank, then voted it through anyway. As George Orwell warned, the further a society drifts from truth, the more it will hate those who speak it, which explains the government's hostility to critics they keep telling inconvenient truths. The takings provisions mean if Parliament tries to protect a coastline, regulate vaping, crack down on predatory lending, or stop someone poisoning a river, the government could be forced to compensate private interests for any loss of hypothetical future profit. It's not a safeguard, it's a shakedown written into law. And let's be crystal clear. Titterity doesn't appear anywhere in this act. Not in the fine print, not in the margins, not even in a footnote. A constitutional vacuum dressed in libertarian drag. Of course, ACT didn't do it alone. The NZ initiative helped stack the deck, slipping its alumni into the top of the new regulations agency like an ideological sleeper agent ready to pounce on anything that looks like public interest. Its regulatory capture dressed up as expertise. Pink tape, yellow tape, and $60 million in bureaucratic hot air. This act forces every future law to suffer through taking tests, compensation analyses, regulatory impact autopsies, property rights panic attacks, and layer upon layer of pink and yellow bureaucratic sludge. It will cost $60 million every year just to run this maze. $60 million to make every new law slower, harder, more expensive, and more ideologically slanted toward investors and landlords. Kafka would have adored it. New Zealanders, not so much. January is the deadline. Repeal must be the response. This regulatory abomination kicks in January. If it's not repealed, it will freeze Parliament, paralyze public good legislation, and turn every law into a hostage negotiation with property rights maximalists. Repeal isn't optional, it's self-defense.
Welcome to G News, the good news.